You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So when I came up with this one for lack of enthusiasm, it was having to work 2 to 3 jobs. A lot of people working 2 to 3 jobs are hustling backwards because for every one of those jobs, you have to pay taxes. And for every one of those jobs, you got to get some type of transportation or you have to figure out the costs that are associated with actually working there instead of capitalizing on the opportunity you have in the moment of the opportunity. People thought I was crazy when I was working all the overtime hours or when I was out in the cold weather, till 8 p.m. at night during peak season. A lot of times during peak season with FedEx, we would lose a lot of drivers. You know what I'm saying? In the military, it already taught me kind of delayed gratification, right? Because you can rank up in the military, right? So it kind of creates that rhythm of putting in the work for, later success, later's opportunity. Now you wind up 12 years later, I'm a military captain, right? And I used to struggle to get to drill. Now I'm happy to get to drill because I can cover my child support. And I can have, and plus, since we got the budget down, that's not, it's not going straight to a car payment. Right. But at the same time, all of the steps that I took to work extra hard at FedEx, it was one of those things where I was getting more money. I was getting more opportunities. When overtime came up, my name was at the top of the list because I had taken care of them years before. Whenever I got back from, military stuff, even though they have rules and regulations where they technically have to hire you back, that doesn't always happen because employers can find just about anything to let your butt go.
You
And
know
you ain't
what?
even know.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I like how you did your text to text connection. You brought up the 48 laws of power, so it's my turn to now bring up a book.
Go ahead, eat,
Okay,
bro.
since we talking about working with enthusiasm, I'm thinking about the book, The Richest Man in Babylon.
Hey, that was
In The
our first
Richest Man
review.
in Babylon, they talk about the 3 guys who were all slaves. And the one guy said that he has to enjoy his work in order to get through the day. And because he enjoyed his work, his master ended up allowing him to work for extra money.
Facts.
I had to find it.
Facts. And the thing there is I got to a point where I just looked at it as this is my opportunity to execute. This is what I do. I'm the FedEx man. When I got to that point, because I started hitting the gym more. So what would happen was in the beginning, you were so exhausted when you got off work, you would just go, you would leave work, then you would go maybe have some wine at the crib. Then you so kind of buzzed, you don't want to leave. So maybe you got some food at the crib, but if you don't, you ordering out to eat. So now you got the Grubhub. Now you got $30 extra that you spent that night. So you actually, you operating backwards, which hurts you in the long run. And then it's one of those things where, so since you're out there operating backwards, it's one of those things where you reverse that back, and it's like, I was like, what if I go to the gym? What if I do these things? So I added extra hardship. So at work, the things, but I was being built up at the same time because I was getting stronger. I was getting faster. I was getting more fit. And at the same time, I was helping out my brand because I started a podcast a long time ago, but I didn't really have a lot to put on it, right? But it was one of those things where all these things have created a compound effect. That compound interest works just as well with finances as it does in your personal life. And that's what's going to set you apart from the rest. You want to stop being average? Go get the extra hours. Be realistic, but go get the extra hours, especially if you're in your 20s, right? Me and shout out to Jay.